emergency power. In addition to the normal power mentioned above, the Constitution confirm extraordinary power on the President to deal with the following three type of emergency. Following three type of emergency: A national emergency, Article 352, B President rule, Article 356 and 365, and C financial emergency, Article 360. Article 360 national emergency. The president can proclaim emergency in the entire country or in any part of it on the following grounds: A war or second external aggression or third armed rebellions. Third armed rebellion. The president acquired the following extraordinary power during a national emergency. 1. He or she can modify the pattern of the distribution of financial resource between the union and the state. Second, he or she can suspend the fundamental right of the citizen except the right to life and personal liberty, Article 21, and the right to protection in respect of the Convention for Offence, Article 20. B. President rule. It is also known as a state emergency or a constitutional emergency. Full stop. It can be proclaimed the president on the following grounds: 1. Failure of the constitutional machinery in the state, Article 356, or second, failure to compel with or to give effect to the direction given by the union, Article 365. The president acquires the following extraordinary power when the president's rule is imposed in a state. President rule imposed in a state. 1. He or she can assigning to himself all or any of the function of the state government and all or any of the power vested in the governor or any body or authority in the state. Second, he or she can declare that the power of the state legislature shall be exercisable by or under the authority of the parliament. Under the authority of the parliament, he or she can authorize he and she he or she can authorize when the Lok Sabha is not in session expenditure from the consolidated fund of the state pending the sanction of the such expenditure by the parliament. Financial emergency. See, financial emergency. The president can proclaim financial emergency if she is satisfied that the financial stability or credit of India or any part thereof is threatened. During a financial emergency, the president can issue direction for the reduction of the salary and allowance of or any all or any class of person serving in connection with the affair of the union, including the judge of the Supreme Court and High Court. The veto power of the president. Veto power of the president. A bill passed by the parliament can become inact only if it receives the assent of the president. Full stop. When such a bill is presented to the president in this assent, he or she has been three alternative under Article 111 of the Constitution. Under Article 111 of the Constitution, yes, he can make this assent to the bill, or 2. He or she may withhold his or her assent to the bill, or 3. He or she may return the bill if it is not a money bill for reconsideration of the parliament. reconsideration of the parliament. Full stop. However, if the bill is passed again by the parliament with or without amendment and again presented to the president presented presented to the president, and president must give this her assent to the bill. Assent to the bill. Okay, assent to the bill. Assent to the bill. Thus, the president has the veto power over the bill passed by the parliament. That he or she can withhold his or her assent to the bill. Full stop. The object of the confirming this power on the president is twofold. Power of the president is twofold. A, to prevent hastily and ill consideration legislation by the parliament. B, to prevent a legislation which may be unconstitutional. Full stop. The veto power enjoyed by the executive in a modern state can be classified into the following four types. A, absolute veto, that is withholding of assent to the bill passed by the legislature. 2, qualified veto, which can be overridden by the legislature which in a high majority. 3, suspensive veto, which can be overridden by the legislature which in ordinary majority. 4, pocket veto, that is taking no action on bill passed by the legislature. Of the above four, the President of India is vested with 3, absolute veto, suspensive veto, pocket veto. There is no qualified veto in the case of the Indian president. It is imposed by the American president. First of the 3 veto of the President of India are explained below. Of the above four, the President of India is vested with 3, absolute veto, suspensive veto, and pocket veto. Of the above four, the President of India is vested with 3, absolute veto, suspensive veto, and pocket veto. There is no qualified veto in the case of the Indian president. In the case of the Indian president, it is opposed by the American president. First of the 3 veto of the President of India are explained below. Absolute veto. Absolute veto, it refers to the power of the president to withhold this assent to a bill passed by the parliament. Full stop. The bill then and does not become in act. Full stop. Usually this veto is exercised in the following 2 cases. A, with respect to private member bills, that means bill introduced by any member of the parliament who is not a minister. And B, with respect to the government bill when the cabinet resigns after the passage of the bill, but therefore the assent by the president and the new cabinet new cabinet advise the president not to give this assent to such bill. Assent to such bill. When with respect to the government bill, when the cabinet resigns after the message of the bill, but therefore the assent by the president. Assent by the president and the new cabinet Advise the president not be given this assent to such bill. Assent to such bill हो गया assent to such bill. In 1954, President Dr. Rajendra Prasad with held this assent to the PEPSU approximation. Veto is a Latin word that cannot forfeit. Cannot forfeit. In 1954, President Dr. Rajendra Prasad with held this assent to the PEPSU approximation. Approximation हो गया. Approximation bill हो गया. Full stop. The bill was passed by the president when the president rule was in operation in the state of the PEPSU. Full stop. But when the bill was presented to the president for this assent, the president rule was revoked. 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 Again in 1991, President R. Venkataraman withheld this assent to the statutory assent to the salary allowance and pension of the member of the Parliament Amendment Bill. The bill was passed by the Parliament on the last day before dissolution of Lok Sabha without obtaining the previous recommendation of the President. Recommendation of the President. Supersessive. Suspensive veto. Suspensive veto. The President exercised this veto when he return a bill for the recommendation of the Parliament. However, if the bill is passed again by the Parliament with or without amendment and again presented to the Parliament. Presented to the President. It is obligatory for the President to give this assent to the bill. Suspensive veto and veto. Pocket veto क्या? Suspensive veto. The President exercised this veto when he written a bill for consideration of the Parliament. However, if the bill is passed again by the Parliament with or without amendment and again presented to the President, it is obligatory for the President to give this assent to the bill. Full stop. Is this meaning that the presidential veto is overridden by remessage of the bill by the same ordinary joint and not a majority as required in USA. In mentioned earlier, the President does not possess this veto in the case of the money bill. हो गया. The President can neither give this या her assent. The President can neither give this her assent to a money bill, but cannot return for the reconsideration of the Parliament. Full stop. Normally, the President gave his or her assent to the money bill as introduced in the Parliament with his or her permission. Veto. Pocket veto. In this case, the President neither rectify nor reject nor status the bill. Return the bill, but simply keep the bill pending for an infinite period. This power of the President not to give any action neither on the bill is known as village